Hello again and welcome to part 4 of this series on Mendeley. We're going to continue with managing your library and we're carrying on where we left off, and that is with using folders and tags. So we're looking at categorizing documents, and there are two ways that we can actually categorize our documents in our library, and that is with either tags or folders. So this one way is using tags and then filtering for the tags. And essentially what this means is that in the metadata column of the document, when we click on a document, we are able to add details about the document, or metadata as I referred to earlier. And within that metadata, we can categorize that document with keywords that we can then use later on to filter by. So for example, this document to me might refer to or speak to e-competencies, and so I'm going to put e-competencies there as a tag, and then later on when I'm looking for documents about e-competencies, I'm going to filter and search for e-competencies, and then this document will pop up. So I can actually list more than one tag using a semicolon. And I find that this method is so much more efficient for me than creating many folders and popping documents into more than one folder. With tagging by keyword, it also helps me to identify what the key themes or concepts within that article or document is. One thing to note though, that is when you are filtering, you have to ensure that you tick all documents to make sure that you filter all the documents in your library. And you can also filter by author keywords or authors or publications. Another method of categorizing is using folders. Okay, and with folders, you can very easily click on Create Folder here in the left pane of your Mendeley desktop version, and you can name folders whatever you feel, and then just pop a document into the various folders. So one document could speak to curricula and e-competencies and educational technology as well, and I might want to put that document in all three folders. Um, be aware that Mendeley is not going to duplicate that document in your storage. It's just going to pop it in there for categorization purposes. And then next we're going to look at reading. Remember I said Mendeley is also a PDF reader, and so we're going to look at reading, making notes and annotations. So if you're looking at opening up more than one article, it's very easy for you to open up different tabs for different articles, and just like any other PDF reader, you will find these little menu buttons on top in your desktop version, where you can highlight, make notes, and change colors of the highlights. What's really nice is to open more than one document at a time and to be able to toggle between those documents to compare. So when we are highlighting, you can basically highlight important text using this tool over here, and you can then choose different colors. You can also, as you can see there, that little toolbar pops up when you are highlighting. You can also add annotations. This little note here is an annotation, and if you click on notes here, you can type up that note and it will pop up here. And as I've mentioned, your highlights can be different colors if you want to color code it according to theme or concept, etc. And that's how the annotation looks. And then, as I mentioned, if I can just go back 1 second, as I mentioned before, there's notes over here. And so the notes in this column are document specific, meaning that the notes here are about the whole document or article that you are referring to, whereas these notes are content specific, meaning that it's situated against the content within your article. So it's more specific to the content that you are referring to, for example. And what's nice to know is all of the annotations will basically be listed at the bottom of the notes here, which I will show you when we go over to the desktop version. Also, what's nice is that when the annotations are listed and you actually click on an annotation, it will jump to that particular space or spot in that document. And then next we are going to talk about the search facility, and Mendeley has a very amazingly powerful search tool that I've enjoyed very much with my research, and it helps you to locate items very quickly within your document. So all you have to do is enter a search term in this field over here, and Mendeley will filter your library to show references that contain that term. But what's nice is that it looks within the references, it looks within the metadata, it looks within the article to look for the term that you are searching for. And then you can also search by author, title, year, publication, and even within your notes and annotations, which is quite nice. And I think I've mentioned filtering already. Yeah, so it's really nice that Mendeley searches in text as well as the title. So it's a really nice, thorough search for context-specific criteria. The next thing that's also nice is that Mendeley, if you go to Tools and you click on Check for Duplicates, it will very quickly tell you how many documents are the same within your library. So if you've forgotten that you've entered a particular document and you've entered it again into your library, Mendeley will highlight the duplicates and give you an opportunity to merge them. And before it merges those documents, it will ask you to confirm the metadata if it's not consistent with each other, which is also quite a nice facility. So let me quickly take you to the desktop version and just show you some of the things that I've spoken about now. So as you can see, I can open up a document and then I can go back to my library and I can open up another document at the same time, and you will see it being tabbed over here, and then I can toggle between those documents and I can open up even another document. Yeah, and then if I want to highlight, I can just make sure that I'm highlighting text, and then I can just go ahead and highlight important text that I want to refer to. And I can also color code that particular text to mean different colors. And if I wanted to add an annotation, I would click on this note over here and just basically click wherever I want that annotation to pop up, and I could type whatever the annotation is, and I can then also again choose a different color for that particular annotation. And then take note that the annotations will be listed over here. So let's say I want to add another annotation. I just click over here and I say, for lack of creativity, and you'll see that it pops out over there, and when I am searching, as I said here, it will also search my annotations, and if I'm going to click on the annotation, it will take me to where it is in that particular document. And this general notes over here is the notes that I want to make about the whole document, the document as a whole. And then let's say I want to filter by my tags. Again, you see I've highlighted this document, so it's not showing me anything because I haven't clicked on my documents. So I'm all documents. So I'm clicking on all documents for it to show me all of my tags, and then I can actually click on any of the keywords that I've just used for demonstration purposes, and you'll see that it shows me those documents. I can then also tag by author and publication, etc. And what's nice is the search facility that I've mentioned. It will show me everything with e-skills and everything with skills. So if I want to be more specific, I might want to use more specific criteria like inverted commas, etc. All right, thank you so much for listening. I'll see you in part 5 of this video. We will talk about citing, in-text citations, and the bibliography.